saw this here. I don't know if she'll make a. Yeah, I don't want to mess with her. Just find where she's at. She just showed up. Fritzy's, yeah. When it comes when she absolutely feels like it, she's needed. So, this is, ground crew, mission Earth, or something like that. Yeah. Let's say we're getting very far with it. Trying to entertain the kids, I guess, or survive the kids. Avatar.com. Private sessions. Scheduler. Shop here. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, it's kind of like coming to this world's like, yeah, it's kind of like coming out undercover. Well, it is an undercover, I always say alien undercover mission. What that mission's about is not always clear. Yeah, it's you work in the astral to, with certain individuals here to help them in their incarnation. Even if they don't always know that it's you. You might know them in the physical, but they don't, like, their physical self is not aware of it. Let's put it that way, obviously, for the most part. Obviously, their higher being is aware of it. It's just, yeah, and of course, coming to this world is kind of like, as a alien ground crew, is kind of like, yeah, it's like infiltrating a drug trafficking group, sort of. It's kind of like it. You can't exactly get along with society. You don't feel like you fit in, like, at all, but you still have to play the role. And you don't even know what your mission is, 90% of the time. You just know you have to blend in, and be a part of whatever this is. Of course, you get something out of it, but it's not always. It's your knowledge. It's, well, unlock whatever that is here to do. No mission is too small, you can say. Yeah, good luck on getting along with society, though. Well, it depends on if you're too alien. If it's just too alien, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And then it's funny how regular people, they complain about their lives. Like, they have no idea what it feels like to be an outsider. It's like going to Denny's and watching football is just not doing it for some people. Just especially following all the politics and all the brainwashing that's into everything. Even like things that people like, a lot of that's propaganda. It's all just manipulation. They kind of just tell you what to like. And if you like stuff outside of the propaganda, it feels weird. It's like, well, only 2 people like this. But it's hard to like anything outside the mainstream. They kind of force it down your throats, basically. So the idea isn't, break all that out. That's kind of falling apart through YouTube or TikTok. But you still have your influencers. I mean, like your regular people that are influencers. Even that can have some manipulation too. The idea is to even dissolve that. I mean, it's good they have your regular people that are celebrities, but even just to get rid of, like, who cares about that? Because it feels like it's still more manipulation. Like, even with the new, alternative news. It just, you take the manipulation from the mainstream, just take it to alternative news, and it kind of has to dissolve even more, where it just starts to fall apart altogether. It's like, who cares? Like all these agendas that's here. Well, it's good to read between the lines and everything. It's not that easy. Because the mainstream just keep pushing its brainwashing on all levels, on everything, even like life, with how to wear. Of course, to get a job, you have to look a certain way, of course. Still propaganda. Of course, you can't walk in there wearing pink hair. I guess you could, depending on where it is. You can't get a job with like 1,000 tattoos. At least not yet. I think there's probably some places like that, but not really. You still have to fit the part, right? But it's the actor. So, I just gotta go with what this world is offering for right now. Have no choice. And that's part of the ground crew. And some people that are going through awakening process are seeing more of their alien DNA and how they didn't fit in to all of this, into the NPC matrix. And yeah, man, this cat is too much. Pay attention to me. Don't do what you're doing. Just look over here. Yeah, cats are like babies. Those kid babies are a lot more noisier, though. Of course, they can get kind of rowdy, but nothing like a real kid, though. But they are kids. So, the alien ground crew energy obviously go into, some are kind of stuck in the secret space program. With some like it, they don't want to break out of it. I don't know. Just some of that's MK Ultra stuff too. Might be more exciting to feel like you're, a secret agent or something like that. I guess. It's funny how those that feel like they're secret agents here, but then you can still have a normal life. You can still have a relationship that comes to them easily, a job comes to them easily, and they still have it hard. It's like, not everybody has that. So they can't attract anything. It's like, you talk about, that's alien. You can't attract anything here. I mean, maybe get a job somewhere, at least you have something, but that's about it. So, 1% likes to complain a lot, that's for sure. So, yeah, but the Palladians have this, the Syrians have this, all the alien groups have their own, ground crew beings. Obviously, to assist on. It's not just World War II. This has been going on forever. Yeah, the World War II, the call or whatever, but there's been a call for here forever. Planet Chaos has always been chaotic. Yeah, they might have dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and all that, but still, there might have been a wider call because nobody was listening before to come to assist. I feel like a lot of them are not listening. It's like they didn't care. It's like, whatever. Just you guys deal with it. You guys made that mess. And then they drop the bombs. Like, oh, okay, well, maybe I gotta pay more attention because it's affecting us now. Because World War II affects other planets too, other realities. Obviously, it destroys other realities actually. In the fourth dimension, it can. It's like, oh yeah, that got our attention. Okay, yeah, finally. We've been sitting here asking for assistance. I don't know, like forever. We might look our ass backwards, and that's true. And the good guys, a lot of times, they have to do things that are, they're not proud of it. And some of the things they have to do here, like they have to do a bad thing for something good. That, like, say, start a war. And then it gets out of hand, and then they get the karma for it, and it's just a big mess. So it does happen. Of course, you see some of these groups that the aliens are all pretty and everything. It's just kind of gross. It's all very hypnotic and manipulative. Yeah, it's not just here, of course. So anyway, all right, we're going to. Yeah, I do see feel the fuel line. I don't know if I channeled the fuel lines yesterday. I can't remember. Of course, you got one right here, sucking up the airwaves. And hey, what can it mean? um, yeah, obviously there's a lot more to this, but yeah, as people going through their awakenings, they might feel like, yeah, they're alien, but there's some feel like they're on some kind of mission that they're even getting some kind of download about it. Maybe just a couple of little bit of it is, you know, it's not what's cracked out to be though. Especially when you're just a complete outsider here. That's alien. When you're just completely outside. Like, what am I doing on this place? It's like, what's even? I mean, you're just here. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, and of course, a lot of society is a good portion is still very young. It acts like it's adult. Yeah, you might be adult in age, but they don't act that way. When you look at sports and all that, it's like this is adult kids, basically teenagers. Not to insult anybody, but there's a lot of big kids here. Maybe, yeah, more than you might think. Of course, they get fine. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff gets overwhelming. It's like, yeah, it's above their pay grade. Yeah, this isn't what it's cracked up to be, that's for sure. So, yeah, no, people want their powers and all that, but it's not what it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's better just not to have anything. I don't know why some are so obsessed with it. Like they want things they can't have, you know. But yeah, they can get other things in life, or other, you know. So yeah, you might be able to get your powers, but then you can't have a life at all. Like that'll get so. Sometimes some are just never happy. They want it all. So anyway, all right. I guess the Arturians are here too. So Arturian energy and felines. I don't know if I did that yesterday. I can't remember. I think it was Orion yesterday. Something like that. So okay, I'm going to yeah, the Arturian energies. Of course, there's Pleiadians, but they've been coming through a lot recently. Kind of give them a break. Yeah, Arturian and then feline. Just a short message on that. So blessings. Greetings to the Arturians. With all, yeah, it's not something that you want to splash around everywhere of what you feel you are connected to. Yeah, because society obviously is not designed to accept your viewpoints. Not yet, at least. You are kind of undercover. I mean, you can tell whoever you want if you want to be seen as crazy, but there's a certain level of crazy you probably can live without. But of course, that's always up to you. But there's a fourth dimension is well, it is getting more the astral and the physical. The astral realms are it's having a lot. There's a lot of issues here in the physical, but it comes from the astral here. But the idea is to like you bring your problems here, but you're also here to solve them. Easier said than done. It's like sculpting a person to a better person. To some, it's not easy as it sounds, is it? Training a person to be nice. There's a whole other world like that. You can actually see it more clearly of a soul's progression to improve. Like a reality, but you can actually see it all clearly. Here, you're seeing the outcome of it. I think some of you understand, but there's like a middle dimension where you can see those working towards their like your workout, your soul's progress, and it's like, okay, I try to be nicer at work. Okay, I'll try to not insult everybody or whatever it might be. Or try not to be an empath and suck everybody's frequency dry. or either way, or you're battling a vampire, or a whole company of vampires, which is common. Just there's a middle ground where technically some of you already have an idea of this, but where it's like the gym, the spiritual gym, where you have a trainer, and you have others with you to help you in your path. You might see yourself at the gym, just trying to improve your soul. And yeah, you might take others down with those that are hard to reach. Yeah, it can take others down because all their insecurities and things like that. So the idea is to, yes, make a better people without not brainwash or anything, but just helping individuals find their better version of themselves. So just helping them with their soul goals, like self-help, basically. Another way of looking at it. And yeah, they might bring in people in their lives that would cause them difficulties. Like, I can't believe I have to go through this. It's kind of like the middle ground of the Matrix. It's a lot more. It's not all industrial and falling apart. It can be, if that's your thing. You can't walk around bald with a bunch of tattoos and look like a hard ass, but you're still like a little kitten. Whatever works for you. But there's still, guides and everyone around you to assist you. It could be just one being. It doesn't have to be like 4 or 5. It can be. It can be just one just there to train you to be better. Whatever you're trying to move towards. So, and and being here, so you're not just a ground crew, you are also assistant, especially, yes, children with autism. And of course, when those that have autism in this middle area, you can talk to them like normally. But in the physical, obviously, they're trying to go too fast. Like, you think some of you are trying to go quickly, but all these autistic children try to go very quickly, and they can't, and they're just kind of stuck. Because their minds can go a mile a minute, more than that, actually. And so they have to slow down everything. They slow down so much they can't even speak sometimes. Not well. So, so this incarnation cycle, it's basically, whatever it is that the soul is looking for. It doesn't mean you have to become galactic, but just soul improvement, whatever it might be. But you need all these problems here to get to it. It's like you can have everything work out for you in some reality that doesn't work. So you need all these problems to kind of work out, it's like soul bodybuilding. So, something to think about. We're not going into all the details, but something you give some kind of idea. Greetings, we have the felines, the Lyrans. There are, some of you get glimpses of your, those of you who are assisting, of course, your own assistants. So yes, you can be assisting, yes, a young baby, like you have children that are like grandkids, you're assisting them, and they're like, those are your apprentice energies, and that's why they show up in your dreams. Of course, they share their knowledge, but sometimes they have to show up as a child because they have to learn from you. Well, for reasons. And you might also show up as a child to somebody, or just, to connect to the inner child is not easy here, but there's a lot of inner children here. There's a lot of beings here that don't want to grow up. If you have noticed that. They feel like they're grown up. Okay, now I'm an adult, so now I'm a big kid. And just can cry. It's my party. I can cry if I want to. And they're delusional. Their reality. Usually it's delusion, not always, but a lot of times it's delusional thinking. And they have their way of looking at it's what the world delivered them. And also it feels better. Doesn't mean I have to watch the news or anything like that. No. It's just they see the reality from their lens. And as some of you notice, and sometimes it's like it's, but eventually that one starts to fall apart. And some of you run into people like that to break that. And it's like, yeah, that's nice. You're in fantasy land. By the way, you just popped your bubble. Forget that. So some of you have your original thinking broken as a child or whatever it might be. Well, because you think your life's going to go one way and it goes another. You think you're going to be super famous, but end up being just a janitor somewhere or working in an office or whatever it might be. And it's probably for the best. Because being known by everyone is not what it's cracked up to be. Doesn't mean you have to be like a puppet of that, but just you have no privacy. And if you're here working undercover, you don't necessarily need the world to know what you're doing. Becoming more aware of your incarnation does take time. You don't have to know all the details of it, of course. Like you're assisting humanity as an alien creature. Some are insect beings are assisting. Either way, but also you're growing through it too. You're having your own wake up call at your version of it. It's different than others, but it is. It's like, yes, this is an infant race, you can say. Well, you see how they act at tantrums that are here. Of course, you might have your own tantrums, how they're acting. Because, yeah, it's their way, society's, well, that's the bubble they create, and that's fine. It's how, it's slow, and it's very detailed. And incarnating here helps an alien being slow down, not the easiest though, because you're used to working a mile a minute, and here it's just dirt slow. Yeah, it's hard because you can see the outcome, you can know you can do things, and then society says no. We're like 5 years behind, and you're about 10 years ahead, but you have to come down to our level. Not to say it's bad, it's just how they're teaching you. You could say slow the hell down. There's a lot more details than that. Well, it's just that they're working out their own problems, and sometimes they can't work out a problem overnight. It might take years, and yeah, it's not as easy. Some of you can say, "I can work this out in no time," and that might be true, but others are another story. It's like, no. Now, if you're around those that can move quickly, yes, you can move faster, but not everybody has that luxury. So you're going at the speed of those that you're around. Not to say they're slow, they just have working out what they have to work out takes time. And it's good to be aware of that. So you can tell yourself to take it easy. Of course, you can't always see that because you're feeling so logged down, disconnected. It's like, where's your happiness? And it's like, yes, you might feel like you're on a ship by yourself. I mean, you're not completely by yourself, but yeah, you feel like you're kind of outside the system. It's not what it's cracked up to be. That's why many do not want this mission. They feel like they're on some kind of mission, but they have loved ones around them. Not everybody has that.